I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy ghouls what they playing. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. Give yourselves a round of applause because you can be anywhere right now, but you hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it, guys. Man, oh man, oh man. So, we got a couple of things we're going to talk about. For one, we're going to talk about Russell Brand. Now Russell Brand's under fire. 4 women alleging that he sexually assaulted him, which is really interesting to me because, you know, it's been years and years allegedly that, you know, apparently since this happened or alleged assaults happened. Nobody said anything. He's been in multiple movies. All was good to go, right? Until he started switching his train of thought. You know, now all of a sudden he switches train of thought. They thought trying to demonetize him on YouTube and all that other stuff would work. He went to Rumble. He thriving over there. Now all of a sudden, here come the accusations. Now, I don't know if the accusations have any merit. I don't. I just know that it's a hell of a coincidence that this shit is happening. You know what I mean? It's a hell of a coincidence that this shit is jumping like this. So we're going to talk about that. We also going to talk about this missing F-35 jet, guys. We're going to talk about this missing F-35 jet in conjunction with a couple of other coincidences that I've been seeing, right? I think we in for some shit, yo. I think we're in for some shit. Bruh. We might as well just start off with that. Oh man. Look, guys. Give me a second. It's some strange happenings. You know what I mean? There's some strange happenings going on right now. A lot of coincidences that I don't even want to call coincidences anymore. But before we get into that, let's check out this story real quick. This is for those of you who don't know.
To track down a missing F-35 fighter jet. I mean, they're asking the public for their help. They say it disappeared somewhere over South Carolina yesterday after the pilot ejected from the plane because of a mishap. NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Cuby is following this story for us. Courtney, this, sounds just so bizarre. This is one of the most advanced jets. Military officials are trying to track down a missing F-35 fighter jet. I mean, they're asking the
I'll be right there.
Help. They say it disappeared somewhere over South Carolina yesterday after the pilot ejected from the plane because of a mishap. NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Cuby is following this story for us. Courtney, this, sounds just so bizarre. This is one of the most advanced jets in the world. How does it sort of just disappear?
Yeah, it doesn't just sound bizarre. Frankly, Morgan, it is bizarre. So you have something, this aircraft, the F-35, it's known for its stealth capabilities. And basically what that means is an adversary has a difficult time knowing where it's flying or even if it's flying in their airspace at any given time. But that being said, There's also very sophisticated communications technique or equipment that is a part of this F-35, so it should be able to communicate back with wherever it's flying out of, whether it's an aircraft tower or air control tower or the base that it flew out of. There should be a constant stream of communication. That's why this is so unusual. So as you said, a pilot was flying over South Carolina late yesterday when there was some sort of a mishap. The military is not telling us anything about what that mishap may have been. The pilot was able to safely eject from the aircraft, was taken to a hospital, but the aircraft, which may have been on some sort of an autopilot, kept flying. There's still no sign of it. It's important to point out, though, Morgan, it was flying near a couple of lakes. So that seems to be one of the theories here, is that maybe it went down in a lake, and that's why there wasn't any obvious sign of a crash here.
And Courtney, just very quickly, can you put this into context for us? Has anything like this ever happened before?
It has happened with civilian aircraft, but why this is, again, so unusual. There have been F-35 crashes, by the way, in the past. In fact, there was one out of the same area a few years ago. But it's very uncommon for this kind of advanced aircraft for something like this to happen, Morgan.
All right. NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Cube. Courtney, thank you as always.
Bro. Goodness gracious. So, guys, all right, so you got it now. Now you know what happened, right? Well, kind of know what happened. They were flying it. This apparently was some kind of routine drill or whatever that they were doing with the jet. Something happened in the air. We don't know, because the military not being upfront with it, which forced the pilot to eject, right? Now, I don't know if it forced him to eject or it ejected his ass by itself. We don't know, right? We just know that the pilot was either ejected from the plane or he did it himself, right? Oh, man. So, now this is an $80 million jet, right? Now, they're saying it could be, a lot more, right? Whatever. $80 million is still a lot of fucking money. This is an $80 million jet, right? Now, we just heard about a story a couple months ago with this family. I forgot what the family was. Some rich family. Remember that shit where the family passed out on the plane and autopilot was on and the family passed out on the plane, including the pilot, when they got almost to their destination, and then the autopilot somehow turned the plane around to head back to wherever the hell it was coming from. Remember that? And then I guess the military shot that shit down. So this plane, this civilian plane, right? This civilian plane had some kind of technology where if somebody didn't respond, right, it turned the plane around allegedly and was going back to its original destination. If that's the case, and this civilian plane had that shit, right, this personal private jet had this, why didn't this military plane have it, right? And I'm not even gonna say that the military plane don't got it. The military plane has to have that shit. It's got to have some kind of return to home fucking protocol. Drones got it. Like drones you get from Walmart, drones you get from Temu got a button you hit and the drone comes back to you and lands in front of your feet. So you tell me some $80,000 plane don't got that shit? So you got a plane that's flying by itself allegedly. They saying that they trying to make us think that this thing crashed. I don't think it crashed, Jay.
They said that they found debris.
Did they say they found debris?
Yeah. Yeah, they said that they found debris. They said that the pilot was okay and that they've located debris in a field somewhere, I don't know, somewhere in North Carolina.
Now everything that I've read says they haven't found shit and that they need people to help find the wreckage. And that was as of 3 hours ago.
Let me send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. That was as of 3 hours ago when I seen that.
Yeah, this was crazy. I was looking at that too. I was texting you about that earlier because we were talking about that alert that's coming up in October.
Right. I immediately thought about that, bro. That.
Like, this is like, we're too close to that day in September for stuff like this to be going down.
Bro. Straight up.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Straight up, bro. Like, I don't know.
Keep your head on a swivel, folks.
Exactly. You got to keep your head on the swivel, y'all. All right, let me see what you sent me, Jay. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
This is what I read. You can check it out and see. What's good to the people? What's good, chat? I see you in here. I got a text earlier
so
from
this is
Jonah too.
okay. So debris from missing jet. Okay, so let's go to this real quick. So they just posted this. Debris missing from F-35 jet. Cause this is as of like what 10 minutes ago. Debris from missing F-35 jet found 2 hours north of Joint Base Charleston. Officials say. Officials say they found some debris. Hold on, let me put. Oh, ain't you here? There we go. Officials say. I don't know if I can believe it all the way. I need to see pictures. God damn it! I want to see pictures of the debris. Cause you can't tell me a fighter jet hitting the fucking ground. Nobody heard that shit when it happened.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody heard that initially when it happened. Come on.
Maybe we'll get some video tomorrow.
Think about it. Remember when the private jet that was on autopilot and the people passed out on it, and it went down. It went down in Virginia. You heard the fucking shit hit the ground. They thought it was a sonic boom. What they heard the sonic boom from the jets going to it too, but everybody heard that shit hit the ground too. So you telling me that nobody heard this jet hit the ground and they've been looking for it? How long they been looking for this shit? Since like Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Since Sunday. Was it since yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, well, nobody heard that shit? It don't make sense to me. A U.S. Marine Corps F-35 Lightning II jet was lost yesterday, okay, after a training mishap. The pilot who landed safely ejected from the jet was found Sunday in North Charleston. The debris field from the jet's crash landing was located Monday 80 miles away from the joint base. Question is, what was that autopilot set to, right? But regardless, what happened in the sky that made him eject or that ejected him? Something happened up there. You want to know why I think something happened up there, Jay, and it wasn't just some fucking mishap, Jay? Check this shit out. This is 34 minutes ago. Marine Corps grounds all aircraft after F-35 disappearance in South Carolina. The Marine Corps grounds all aircraft after F-35 disappearance in South Carolina. What the fuck scared them so bad that they had to ground everything? Everything. Not just F-35s. Everything. Let me see if I can make this bigger. And this came across my my screen, it seemed like right before we went live. All Marine Corps aircraft outside of the U.S. were grounded Monday after a stealth F-35 jet mysteriously disappeared in South Carolina, according to an order issued by General Eric Smith, the acting commandant of the Marines. Marine aircraft deployed abroad or within imminent missions can delay the order briefly, but are expected to stand down for 2 days this week, officials say. What the fuck happened, Jay?
Man.
What the fuck happened? Now, like you said, though, right? This is real close to that October 4th date. But we supposed to get that national alert system. Everybody's saying, turn your phones off, turn your phones off. This is like the movie The Cell. I ain't see The Cell. Maybe I should watch that tonight. But like, it's like the movie The Cell. Like, you know what I mean? On top of that, it's really interesting because remember I told you on July 4th, I've been seeing like military fighter jets and shit like that flying like low. You know, I seen them flying on my house on the 4th. I was headed to work one day and I was in traffic. I look up, I see 2 jets side by side like this in some formation. And I've been seeing that very frequently. And apparently I'm not the only person that's been seeing that. Apparently other people have been seeing fighter jets and military planes and vehicles and shit, just places that they shouldn't be. I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. Right? Not to mention, shout out to I think her name is Chewbacca or something like that, or Chewbacca or something like that on TikTok. She got a great TikTok, by the way, guys. She's fucking smart. So she was putting some shit together, and I guess somebody in her chat mentioned November the 23rd, and I think she dismissed it, but then she looked back like, oh, maybe she got a point. So they were saying that maybe something happens on November the 23rd, right? if I'm not mistaken. So she was doing some digging, and somebody said November 23rd was Thanksgiving. Also, November 23rd, 2017, that's when Kim Jong-un was launching them rockets.
Before or back then? When is that?
Like 20, I think it was like 2017, November 3rd, 2017. That was like he was launching them rockets. Remember? And then Hawaii had that shit go down. Where the dude allegedly fat fingered the phone. And then earlier last year, around like Thanksgiving or like Christmas time, he was launching rockets again, and then he just been quiet. Fast forward, you got North Korea meeting with Putin. What, a week ago?
Yeah.
I don't know what he came back with. You know what I mean? I don't know what he came back with.
That's what just happened. They were just meeting with each other.
Right, they just met with each other. You know what I mean? Now you got this jet that what it sounds like, because the military don't want their planes going anywhere. It sounded like this motherfucker was hacked. But it sounded like to me, it sounded like it was hacked, and that pilot his ass was ejectocito and he ain't know it. Now I get it, I'm just speculating here, guys. This is just me trying to connect some dots. But it's too many coincidences. It's too much shit that kind of just adds up to just like, yo, what the fuck really about? Is something really about to go down? Is something really about to happen? Even if something doesn't happen on, let's just say something does not happen on October the 4th. Let's just say it's a legit, just a public service, a public broadcast, right? Is it preparing for something like a month later?
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm thinking. Like November, what was it? November 4?
November 23rd.
I mean, not November. October 4.
Yeah, October 4, yeah.
October 4 might be the prelude to something else about to. We need to watch. I mean to keep my head and my eyes open for any kind of predictive programming. If we got something about to pop off, because it could be something related to November. I would guess maybe.
Right.
We could see, because remember that Richard Jewell case?
Refresh my memory on that.
Okay, so Clint Eastwood even made a movie about this. Remember back in the day at the Atlantic, 1996 Central Park, the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia, when Richard Jewell was a security guard. I think he lived with his mom. I didn't get to watch the full story about it. I'm gonna have to check it out. He discovered that there was some pipes in that backpack or whatever, and he alerted everybody to get out the way. He tried to remove something suspicious, and the media came after him. Right, the left-wing media went after him real hard. It was like CNN, NBC, all those stations all were like, "How come you found it so fast? Right. What were you doing? How did you know about it ahead of time and stuff like that?" Right. And he was like, "Nah, I just noticed something was strange over there." Well, he won a $500,000 libel suit. What brings me back to predictive programming, there was a book that came out before all that went down called Red Mercury. And it was about the Summer Olympic Games in Georgia being hit with a bomb.
Oh wow. Oh
yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's it,
you kind of remember it now?
Yeah, I remember. That's the guy that got I remember that's the guy that got accused, right?
Security guard.
Yeah, the security guard. They made a whole movie
accused.
about that shit. Yeah, I remember that. I remember exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember. That was actually a good movie. But yeah, I saw the movie. Yeah, but it was I don't even know. I forgot what it was called, but I remember when it came out because I wanted to see it. It came out in like 2018 or 2017. It came out like 2017, 2018, I think. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know what it was called.
I remember that shit. I do remember.
Maybe it was his name. Maybe it was called Jewel or something like that. I'm not sure.
I can't remember, but it was a good movie actually. It was actually pretty decent.
Was it?
Yeah, I thought so.
That's what's up. I'd like to check it out. Do you know who was playing him?
I don't remember.
They later said that it was all the work of Eric Rudolph, right? But what they don't tell you is that Dirty Bill Clinton was reading that book Red Mercury prior. I think it was prior to the whole thing going down. And that book Red Mercury that came out was about the whole incident that was getting ready to occur. So I like the book. Let me see if I can look up the book and see what year that book came out.
Art Imitating Life, right?
Man, this is a predictive program. They schedule this stuff ahead of
art
time.
imitates life through predictive programming. We already know that.
They schedule this stuff
Hell
out.
yeah,
So
of
they'd
course
be like,
they did.
"Oh, it's all a coincidence, people."
So now we need to find
like we were.
we need to find a movie that's out right now that kind of seems like, I don't know, yo. I feel like I don't know, like, think we're gonna have some Red Dawn scenario happen? Could you imagine that where they can hack off fucking fighter jets and keep them grounded while they fucking do an air attack or air assault?
Yeah.
Not to mention what just happened in Vegas. Vegas just got hacked.
Yeah.
I forgot, was it the MGM or the Bellagio? I forgot which one. One of them Vegas spots got hacked.
Did it?
Yeah. Yeah. One of those Vegas spots got hacked. Let me see. Iron Man says, he says, this jet has the makings of an untrue patriotic cloth. Luke Rodowski suspects the U.S. was hacked. I think so too, though. I think so too. Mob Deep says government will lose an F-35 but want to take our guns. Right, exactly. You know what I mean? Fuck that. I don't know what's going on, guys. Get your go bags ready. All that. Get ready to protect your neck. That's all I'm gonna say. He said, if I find that F-35 and put it in my garage, they're gonna give it to the kid from Pepsi, the one that didn't get his jet.
I know, we talked about that too. We talked about the Pepsi. Yeah, back in the day, it was around the same. It was around like 97 or something like that. Pepsi ran a promotion on the TV where they showed all these other different prizes, and then they said if you get 1 billion points, you get a jet. Well, they took Pepsi to court, but the judge just automatically threw it out and said obviously it was just a joke. But back then, there was called fair use and there was called false advertisement, and so you were supposed to be true to your word. So they could have gave him some kind of promotional special or something like that, but they didn't want to. Shout out
to Reaction PR. So he's saying, so I'm looking at his Twitter thread because he sent me something. He says on April 9th, 2019, an F-35A attached to Misawa Air Base disappeared from radar for about 84 miles east of Aomori. I can't pronounce these words. These fucking foreign words. Anyway, prefecture doing a training mission over the Pacific Ocean. The pilot, Major Akinori Hasomi, had radioed his intention to abort the drill before he disappeared. The U.S. and Japanese navies searched for the missing aircraft and pilot, finding debris on the water that confirmed his crash. Hasomi's remains were recovered in June. This is in 2019, Jay. He says that the F-35 reportedly did not send a distress signal, nor did the pilot attempt any recovery maneuvers as it descended at a rapid rate. The accident report attributed the cause to the pilot's spatial disorientation. So I guess that bitch was in a spin. I guess. That's crazy. So this was in 2019. So now fast forward to 2023, we got the same type of situation happening. Only we got the pilot. He was able to get the fuck out of the jet. Mm-hmm. Right. You know what I mean? And then
that's interesting. It's a situation on repeat. Like
right.
We're playing it back to back.
Exactly. This shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Tyler says military equipment is made by the lowest bidder. Yeah, but I don't know. Is it a Lockheed Martin as well? I don't know. Who did that? Let's see. He said that shit in Havana. Allegedly, they found it. We got gobbledygook in the building. What's the deal? Mop says the aliens did it. James said it didn't crash. It flew itself to the Ukraine. Man. It just doesn't make sense to me, yo. So just imagine that, right? What if we did get hacked? Maybe it's not some master plan from the United States. What if we did get hacked?
Yeah.
And now they're afraid, like, oh shit, somebody got the cheat code. Somebody done got the cheat code.
With all those weather balloons coming over last year.
Yeah, exactly. That's another.
and all that scanning that they were doing in what was it, Hawaii and all those other places where they said green lasers were scanning everything all of a sudden.
All those alerts, yo. All those red flags, yo. Yeah, I forgot about the fucking weather balloons.
Man, them weather balloons. They said that
all
everyone
the
should go
information.
outside and start trying to shoot them. I saw Uncle Hotep's post earlier. He said, "Bubba, we got one in sight," and he said something like that, right? He said we were gonna go grab the shotgun, Bubba, or something like that. Uncle Hotep was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When we're looking for one of those weather balloons, or looking for one of those jets, try to take down the jet, try to take down the balloons. They're out here. What's going on, people?
Wildin'. So Ranger 2008 says, I live like 3 hours north of Charleston, and they fly over here all the time. You definitely hear in 10 to 20 mile radius. That's what I'm saying,
right?
yo. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's something else about that, bro. It was the MGM and Caesars. MGM and Caesars got fucking hacked, bro. And that was this week. Was it this week? Yeah. It was like this weekend. Or like Friday or something like that.
I was telling Jonah, I said something about to go down after those 5 guys got traded for $6 billion.
Bruh, that's just crazy.
$6 billion for 5 dudes. What information did those dudes have?
That sound like the shit that went down with the first Iran deal.
Yeah.
That's what that sound like to me. Oh, is this true? They found the debris in the same area that they shot down the spy balloon, according to Charlie Kirk. That's right? Interesting.
Oh, he connected the dots out here.
Oh shit, Charlie Kirk got his kufi on tight.
I don't know about that. He has insider information at that level, doesn't he?
Bro, I don't know, because I'm just saying. So you got a stealth jet that just fucking went rogue for like 100 miles. Somebody, I'm telling you, somebody. It's like when they figured out how to fucking hack the Jeep Cherokees and turn them bitches off while people was on the highway. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to think. I'm telling you guys something. I don't know. I got a feeling that all this shit ain't a coincidence. You got Caesars and them getting hacked. All their financials was shut the fuck down. They couldn't check people. They couldn't even check people into the hotel. They had to do shit by paper.
You're right.
They had to turn off the games and all that shit.
Oh shit. And
now you got this jet. This jet had to have been hacked, especially since the military's they're grounding the planes. They're grounding their planes for a few days.
Yeah.
No, something catastrophic happened, bro. And it sounds like the United States government and the military are planning for some kind of attack, potential attack. And we already know where, the warfare going to cyber warfare. Imagine that you got your F-35s up there in the sky, they flying, they ready to fuck shit up, and then some newly armed kid behind a fucking keyboard just destroys your day. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it sounds like, and I think that they probably don't know when that shit gonna happen. They just like, yo, we just gotta be prepared. We need to do this emergency broadcast. And who knows when this shit gonna go down. Just prepare people for it.
I would say there's 56 days left in the year once it hits November 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So I say watch for that date. It's just something I'm throwing out there because they're throwing this 5-6 out a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
So you think about those 5 prisoners for $6 billion.
Mm-hmm.
You just had the bassist for the Screaming Jets bassist, Paul Woosen, died at age 56 just yesterday.
Okay.
The Screaming Jets. And then you have a jet missing, right?
Right.
It's just like, it's the 56th season of the 60 Minutes. And then you just had the Smash Mouth singer die at 56.
Right.
So I texted Jonah this earlier. I said they're throwing out a lot of 56s. I don't know if this has to do with May 5th or 6th, or if this has to do with the 56 days left in the calendar year, which will put you in November 5th. So I would keep my eyes open for either date because something might be popping off November 5th.
Hey, like I said, guys, I just wanted to bring that to you guys. I just was thinking about that stuff, right? And I guess what's the word? Serendipitous, I guess it is, or So as I'm sitting there thinking
Synchronicity?
about synchronicity. Thank you. As I'm sitting there thinking about, like I was just sitting there thinking about after I made my TikTok, right? I made a little TikTok, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
And
after I sent you a message, I seen that.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there. I made the TikTok, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, because I said, yo, we, it's some strange shit. Like I think it's a op. And the more I start thinking about it, the more I'm like, yo, so you got this shit. I said it sounded like this shit was either hacked or. That's all I could think of was hacked. I'm like, this shit is either hacked or they fucking purposely crashed this plane, and they want to blame it on somebody. Who they gonna blame it on? You know what I mean? Are they gonna blame it on North Korea? They gonna blame it on China? Who they gonna blame the hack on? Right? If we hacked it, or somebody actually fucking hacked this plane, and now it's some shit we got, yo, bruh. Could you imagine that we can't intercept shit. We can't intercept other planes.
That would be crazy, huh?
If they can hack our shit and ground us, and we can't intercept their planes, and they could just have an all-out air assault on America if they wanted to. Could you imagine that if they can't scramble fighter jets to fucking save the White House?
Mm-hmm.
So then I started thinking about that. I started thinking about the hack at in Vegas. Then I started thinking about all these fucking planes I've been seeing, and I'm not talking about just regular ass fucking Southwest Air. I'm seeing military planes, and they flying low, like flying low. I can see, like I can damn near see, like, markings, right? I'm like, they too fucking low. It's you know what I mean? Like, are they patrolling? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm just sitting there like, yo, something may actually happen either between October 4th and Thanksgiving. Something might actually happen between October 4th and Thanksgiving. And all I'm gonna say is, guys, this: be fucking prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. And if nothing happened, then fantastic. Because I don't want to go out there and have to fucking have a shootout to get my family out of fucking harm's way.
You're right.
I mean, I'm prepared for it clearly, but
right. I don't want to have to.
Right. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to get out that bitch and start firing while tell my wife to. I hope my wife can fucking drive under stress while I'm out the window. Tell my daughter, hand me another magazine. Oh, I gotta reach on my chest, and I gotta hope my wife can fucking drive under pressure. You know what I mean? trying to
stuff done hit the fan.
Cause shit done hit the fan. Hit 70. Let's get to fucking West Virginia right now. We need to get to the closest state where I know motherfuckers is fighting. We going to West Virginia, goddammit. Let's get to West Virginia right now. It's the closest state.
Holding it down.
That's the closest state, bro, to where I'm at. To where I'm at, where I know, like, all right, maybe if I get into West Virginia, motherfuckers is out there scrapping. You know what I mean?
Jonah put up the remember the 5th of November.
Ooh.
That's facts. So our 5th of November coming up is on a Sunday.
Yeah.
The 2024 election is on a Tuesday, November the 5th. And remember, Donnie T said justice will be done on November the 5th. It was in his announcement when he came out at the the Mar-a-Lago announcement back in the day. Whenever that was. That's what he said towards the end of his speech. He said justice will be done that day. So you have that V for Vendetta Day coming up. Mm-hmm. On a Sunday, it doesn't make sense for anything to pop off. But for on a Tuesday?
Yeah. Oh,
my goodness. Tuesday, election day of next year? Something big could be going down for real.
Facts.
That is crazy.
Facts.
I appreciate you, Jonah. Good point.
It's a great point. It's a fantastic point.
Remember, did you like that movie V for Vendetta?
Yeah, I watched it.
I got it over there on the.
I watched it. I watched V for Vendetta back in I think the first time I watched it was 2008, something like that.
What's the other good one? That Fight Club?
Yeah, Fight Club is a fantastic movie.
That's another predictive programming event movie, right?
Yeah.
Fight Club, V for Vendetta.
What, Hackers? Not Hackers. Is it called Hackers? Was that movie called Hackers?
I don't know. I thought they were both decent, whatever that was, Hackers and those other joints that came out around 95, 96.
Right. But I'm telling you guys, I don't know. I just got a feeling that something. And I hope nothing happened. I hope I'm fucking wrong. Hope my kufi on a little too tight. and nothing go down.
Man, something getting ready to go down.
I just feel like something getting ready to go down, and we need to be fucking prepared, man.
It might not even be. It might not even be. It really might be tied up to that election next year, because they seem to be so afraid of that election and so geared up and supercharged for it that something's going down around that time.
Yeah, hackers was Angelina Jolie, right? But also remember what's people been predicting. What some of these people been out here predicting. They've been saying what the
martial law over the election, stopping it.
Yeah, stopping the election. Like, we're not going to have a 2024 election. I got a feeling we not. You had that one general come out and say it, and some other people go, yo, we might not have that 2024 election. So just think about it, right? So we got this plane, right? Mm-hmm. Make sure
we got the October for all systems.
Yeah.
Sirens will be blaring.
Right.
Computers are all supposed to be going off. This is like a repeat of the Y2K event.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, nothing really went down on Y2K.
No,
remember, it was the day in September happened after the year after.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that they're getting us prepared. They're probably getting us prepared for the election.
They gotta be, or lack thereof,
right, or lack thereof.
Hey, if y'all
when the siren goes off and they say, "Oh, we can't do it due to blah 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 reason," whatever that might be.
It's too much. Yeah, exactly. Or is another false flag, man, and we at war, and then they pull a who was the president?
You tell me.
Damn, God damn it. A Roosevelt. They pull a goddamn Roosevelt, okay. And they and he get a third term, and they suspend the fucking elections.
We get how we could get stuck with Joe Beasy, and he needs 180 times. It's like 182 years old.
Suspend, because this is what you do. You suspend the election, right? And this is all spitballing. You suspend the election, and then you implement the 25th Amendment, right? Or you implement the 25th Amendment. He can't do it. You get whoever you got, and then you suspend the election at that point, and you keep your puppet. You keep your puppet. That's not Joe Nicholslick. I'm just thinking out loud.
They're going to have Kamala. I can't see him lasting much more. That man fall down every 2 seconds. You have him out there. And then he keeps on saying, what does he keep saying? I'll get in trouble if I say this.
Right.
And I'll get in trouble if I say that. And they told me I'm supposed to leave now. That's what they told me. Well, who's telling you to do these things?
Not to mention, we $33 trillion in debt now.
Right.
33.
Yeah, we're coming up on that 33. That 33 is about to hit. Once that hits, that's the symbolism right there. That's probably the symbolism for the Great Reset. They're probably going to reset us when it hits that 33.
Bruh. Oh my gosh. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, and let you know we got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we're live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism, guys. I really appreciate it. I really do. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let us know how we doing. Hey, over there on Twitter, share this out, man. Retweet, repost it, whatever the fuck they call it on here now. Repost it. We live on X, guys. We live on Twitter, X, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. We live over there. We got how many people we got watching so far? We got 20 people.
Yeah, he's
over
right.
on,
That Guy Fawkes Day. That's what the
Guy Fawkes Day. Yeah. Remember the 5th of November. Yeah.
Right.
Ah, man. I don't know, bro. But anyway. Protect your neck. Protect your chicken. Get you a few rounds. Get your go bags. Get you some oodles and noodles and some canned goods. All that shit. Find you a place to go, or find you some friends and get them together and be like, yo, if shit go down, we all going to convene here and we going to have each other back to this. Either we get out of this shit, or, we go down fighting, goddammit. You know what I mean? Or it could, because who knows what it's going to be. It could just be a cyber attack, Jay, and they just turn the lights out.
You think so?
Yeah. All of the above.
Energy grid stuff.
Yeah.
All of the above until we see something until we see something more concrete on what's going down, because they're trying to let us know something with this crazy alert coming up. That was the first indication.
Right.
That was the first moment when we said, "Oh, wait, that's something out the norm. Why are you doing that?" And remember when we covered it too. Remember when they were doing that to New Yorkers first? They started with New Yorkers. When was it? We covered it back in like 2022 or whatever that was, when they started alerting them. They said when the nuclear strike hits you and all this other crazy stuff.
They had that public service announcement.
Yeah, and we were like, why are they doing that to the New Yorkers? Why just suddenly, like, if it gets hit, there's really nothing too much they could they can do about it if they haven't already been prepping. They're too tight in there anyway.
Right.
They're bundled up in there.
Yeah.
That direct hit just freaking ruins a lot of people's day if that ever happened.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't want it to. We were just saying that, you know, we're looking at all the possibilities of synchronicity and symbolism of why are we getting these warning signals right this second? What's the meaning of that? And I think it ties into this election, it seems like, because that's the biggest thing on all of whatever the media's mind is election 2024. That's all they can think of.
So they gotta throw, like I told you guys, they trying to throw that Hail Mary. They they running out of options, guys. They literally about to go to the nuclear option.
Man.
They are literally about to go to the nuclear option, guys. I don't know. You know what I mean? Jonas says cyber polygon. That is why they need to test the old system. Interesting. See, Kevin McCarthy becomes president. Speaker of the House is next in line. No, the vice president is the next in line, ain't it? Or no?
Oh, after if Tyler's got it up there. I don't know. Or is it just talking back and forth? Like what Paige said, take out Joe and Kamala and
check out Joe and Kamala. Yeah, then
and then what happens?
Kevin McCarthy does become president.
Yeah, I don't know how would they get.
No, they would just want to get Joe out of the paint. They would just want to get Joe out of the paint, and then they got Kamala. She's still transactional. She can, they can still, stick their hand up her ass and work her fucking mouth like a puppet. You know what I mean?
Just be out there singing about Wheels on the Bus, but they good to go with her.
Oh man,
Wheels on the Bus president.
The turret on the tank goes round and round. Salute to Monique with the $5 donation. I appreciate you, Monique. Says designated survivor. I would recommend reading the synopsis. The show stopped airing in 2016. It did stop airing in 2016, but I think that didn't Netflix pick it up, and I think it picked the show back up.
Did they? I don't know. I know we talk about it often. I watched Designated Survivor over here. It's a good one.
It is a good one. I like Designated Survivor.
Duffer Brothers have a little known end of the world movie out there. You gotta check it out. I forget. I think it has a strange name. But the Duffer Brothers, the ones that made the Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. They made a little end of the world movie where these jets and stuff are going around and doing stuff. It's a pretty cool little movie. What's good with it, Emmanuel? I see you.
What up, E? Emmanuel in the building. Operation Cyber Polygon is a fun rabbit hole. I've heard about it. I haven't looked into it as much. I need to look into that. Operation Cyber Polygon. But you can't put it past the U.S. We need a war right now, right? And we need to be in some kind of conflict. We got a military-industrial complex. Then when you think about it, right? Like I said, I told somebody today, the Gulf of Tonkin was a fucking lie. We went to war on a lie. Babies in the incubator, a lie. We went to war on a lie. The Lusitania, they hit that shit. They hit it. We hit it, allegedly. We sank it allegedly to go into World War I. Allegedly, we knew Pearl Harbor was going to happen. So, in Jay, we played that video last week. FDR. Was it FDR? Yeah.
Yeah. FDR.
Allegedly, we knew that shit was going to happen. We let Pearl Harbor happen so we can get into World War II. And then, make what you will about that day in September. You know what I mean? The United States is not beyond faking some shit, or the powers that be are not beyond faking some shit.
Plausible deniability.
To get into a conflict. Just saying, guys. So like I said, just keep your head on the swivel. Keep reading the news. Protect your chicken. Get your bug out bags, your go bags. Get you something to protect yourself with. Find a group of people that's got your back and a place to hunker down if some shit go down between now and November. Just saying.
Yeah. Anyway. It could be next. It could be for that election next, because like Jonah was bringing up, that Guy Fawkes Day, November 5th. That's definitely something to watch for.
Jonah says, don't forget millions were slaughtered over which family member would be their master. Ooh. I'm telling you guys, the sinking of the Maine. I'm telling you guys, it's the United States ain't, the powers that be aren't beyond pulling some devious shit just to get into a conflict. It's where the money's made, people. It's where the money reside. Where the money reside. Anyway, so AJ, you heard about Lauren Boebert?
Yeah, I was watching. Unc's. I was watching Unc's coverage of it. She was in the theater playing footsies and junk.
Allegedly, she was giving out rubbing tugs. Or not giving out, though. She was rubbing and tugging on her boyfriend.
She's like a teenager or a college girl. That's what it seemed like. She never left the college. She's still a sorority girl.
Yeah, she hot though.
How old is she anyway?
I don't know. She looked like she in her 20s, but I mean she's in Congress, so I guess she's not in her 20s. I guess she's 36. She's 36 years old. 36 years old.
36? But how could Howard Stern be complaining and saying she's a disgrace to this country? He's such a flake. Remember his show had all kind of strippers and all kind of.
They was riding Sibian machines and shit. Yeah.
He was having he did a week where he was like, virgins lose their virginity to hookers week next on Howard Stern. And yeah, he's talking about Lauren Boebert is a disgrace to this country and that she just lacks morals. What the heck is this nonsense? What world are we living in?
You know how he is. For those y'all don't, that's Lauren Boebert. She's hot. She's a hot young. Was she in Congress? In Congress, or she a senator? She in Congress, right? What is she? Anyway, she was watching Beetlejuice at some theater, not the movie, but like a play. And allegedly, they said she was in there vaping and laughing uncontrollably and causing a scene. But then you had people say, well, there was also a lewd act where I guess she got caught giving her guy some handy mayhem. Shout out to Uncle Hotep. She was giving her guy some handy mayhem.
Oh my!
And they got caught and they were escorted from the theater.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if I got a problem with it. Now, it's in poor taste. You shouldn't do that type of stuff in public, right?
Man,
you shouldn't be doing that type of shit in public.
It's too old for this nonsense is what my deal was. Like, you should know better, especially you're a congressperson.
Right. But if you scroll Twitter long enough, you see worse.
Right. I don't understand what the left is sitting there morally outraged by the same antics, but worse, that many of them have been accused of doing and have been caught doing and have done, or have been openly and boastfully doing in the past, and were said it was body positivity and sexually positive and blah blah blah, and it's just consensual adult, right?
Right. Monique,
but where in the world how do they get off clutching their pearls over some nonsense like this?
Right.
It's not that serious.
It definitely ain't. Monique said she was going to second base. I'm gonna tell you this.
Man.
I'm gonna tell you this. If I was a single man and Lauren Boebert, I'm sitting there watching Beetlejuice and Lauren Boebert looking the way Lauren Boebert looked like, and she reached over and she touched Mr. Winky. We not staying for the movie. We not staying for the show.
Here we go.
We ain't staying for the show. I'm gonna tell you that much. I'm gonna just take that as a side, like, let's get the hell out of here right now. But HJ was right though. When you watch it, this dude was acting all clownish. He all doing all this extra shit. I guess he was trying to reach across and grab a boob. I'm like, yo, you can't be covert with this shit, bro. Like, even when you in high school, that shit happens when you're in high school. You go to the movies, you go see a movie. You go see a movie that nobody else wants to see so you can do nasty shit in the theater. Right?
It was just, you were talking about this the other stream that we had. Uh-huh. You said that kind of stuff just gets on my nerves. Can't y'all get a room? Remember that?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember saying that.
They be going into the movie theater doing some nasty stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
It gets on my nerves.
It does.
Can't y'all get you a room? That's
why I said. That's why I said we'd have been like, we out of here. Like the minute she went, she did a little a cup. If she would have went over there and did a cup check, I'd have been like, all right, let's go. We out. We out. We gone. But still, you can still be covert with some stuff, because these kids nowadays, they ain't not covert with it. They'll fuck it. They just be out there loving every minute of it. You know what I mean? Like even back when we was in, back when you were in high school, you go see a movie. Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. He did seem extra corny, Montoya. Montoya in the building. He did seem extra corny, right? But but the thing about it is that like back in high school, like that, if that happened or whatever, you was like, you kind of checking your six, and you kind of, you be kind of cool with it. This dude was doing too much. Like, oh my God, I got a hot girl now. Oh my goodness gracious.
That's her new man or something? I don't even know. Not that I really care. I don't.
Monique said, at least sit in the back. Not that I know. Right. You gotta be exactly, Damien and Monique. Right. But yeah, you sit in the back. Like you gotta be off, like away from people. Like they was in the middle of the, they was in the middle and the aisle. Right.
Dang.
They was in the middle and in the aisle. Like nobody
all out on open.
He owns a gay bar allegedly. Oh goodness gracious. Anyway, I don't know. And apparently they said she was vaping. And what they say, Jay? If she smokes, she pokes. Oh. If she smokes, she pokes. I'm sorry. Like she's hot. She's young, and she probably was looking to get some. Have a good time. Because they had the video when they got back on the street. She looked like she was all giddy and stuff like that and excited. You know what I mean? But like, I think the outrage is ridiculous, like you said. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I'm like, come on, guys. You guys still haven't released the Epstein client list. Right? You guys are sitting here loving every minute of a drag queen story hour. You know what I mean? You want to take kids. I think they just try to pass a law in California trying to make it so that if you don't let your kids transition, you lose your child. What?
Yeah. Working on a little something.
But that's where you draw the line. A heterosexual woman giving a heterosexual man a hand job in a fucking movie theater. That's just blasphemous. Get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here.
They also, well, I mean, this that.
Jonah is savage. He said he'd try to bust her right there in the theater. She is recently divorced too.
No, I mean, she was doing too much. She need to get her act together and grow up. That's all. She childish.
Mop deep.
But
she do got them heavies. She do got some heavies. Sorry, Jay.
The clutch and the pearls though from the left and the right over this is just, it's really crazy though. It's like it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. And then we're gonna say, well, she could possibly have been sitting nearby children. I don't think she was. She was over there by herself. I mean, we had like a middle row, wouldn't they? They didn't have no kids around that were looking.
No, and it was late at night. Who the fuck taking their kids to see a Beetlejuice play? Like,
at late at night?
Yeah, I doubt it. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure there's some children on that fucking plane that Epstein had. I'm pretty sure some children on that goddamn island.
Right.
With them missing kids from Haiti. I'm just saying, where the fucking missing kids from America? Why ain't you letting them show fucking Sounds of Freedom? Somebody answer me those questions, but this is where you draw the line?
Man, they're going after, they did, Vice and all of them did a full investigation to see if they could dig up anything against Tim Ballard, who the story is based on, right?
They did everything
for the Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
So now they got witnesses coming forward saying that he tried to, for adult women, not for kids or anything like that, but they were like for adult women, he like tried to make a pass at them or something and this, that, and the third. So now they're trying to discredit the movie by going after him and saying because he's got some skeletons in his closet over stuff with him and women, adult women though, then don't pay attention to the Sound of Freedom. I never seen a push like this towards any movie. All the movies that have come out, like if it was a success, Hollywood was big up in that movie.
8mm. That fucking weird ass movie, 8mm.
Yeah. About snuff films.
About snuff films.
Yeah, sick stuff.
Bruh. The Lovely Bones.
Oh, that's a tough movie to watch.
That's a fucking tough movie to watch. Nigga, my daughter, I forgot how old she was when I watched. She might have been 2.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at her like, I'm talking to her after the movie, like she understand what the fuck I'm talking about after I watched that shit. That shit was crazy. But they let that movie roll. You got a movie talking to bringing attention to child
Missing
trafficking,
kids.
missing
Right.
kids, and a success story in recovering one. And all of a sudden you got all the ops out on this shit.
All of it. And remember, you had when Donnie T was in office, you had that whole Atlanta thing that he talked about too. When the movie came out, he said, "Don't forget that we try to push for that whole investigation to get kids returned." And how many kids did they get off the streets?
It was like more
99
than
or something.
Yeah, but I say it was like more than 100. I know the first successful was like
Crazy
more than
number.
30 kids in the first raid. You know what I
Right.
mean? But y'all worried about Lauren Boebert fucking giving a handy out to her boyfriend. And like Steph just said, the right was going after Suzanne. What was her
Who
name?
was Suzanne?
Suzanne Grisham. Was it? I forgot her name. Suzanne's. Oh shit. I forgot her name. I just did the thing on it the other day. The girl that was doing the fucking OnlyFans shit with her husband. She was on like Chatterbait or some shit like that.
Y'all let me know in the chat. I'll look it up. Who this person is?
Let me see.
I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know who that is. Suzanne. I didn't hear that story.
Suzanne, where the fuck is it at? Did that shit go away already? Thought it would have been under like Suzanne Gibson. Suzanne Gibson. She's a nurse and she's running for like Democratic seat in like was it Virginia? Yeah. Right?
Virginia. Okay.
Yeah.
Legislative candidate.
It looked like they fucking wiped all that shit off of here. But
AKA Hot Wife Experiences.
Hot wife experience. Yeah, her and her husband was doing sex acts for cash. Her and her husband was doing sex acts for cash.
Let me go check on my son. I don't hear him doing something.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
But yeah, her and her husband doing sex acts for cash. But they on a paid site. They was going after her. Now sounds like Lauren Boebert might have been trying to pull a publicity stunt now that I'm thinking about it. It sounds like she might have been doing a publicity stunt now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. But it just seemed pretty fucking hypocritical. Like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. How dare she do some shit and make her fucking sex life exciting? I mean, like I said, should they be doing that shit in public? Nah. But I don't think it's as outrageous as everybody trying to make the shit seem. You know what I mean? That's just me. That is just me. Emmanuel says we just don't have any culture. Morals as a culture of morals as a country. You're right. I agree. Put a protocol in the building. Nice that you make it. But anyway, I think it's a non-story. That shit gonna go away. Let them do what they do. Fuck it. She want to give out handies and get her boobs squeezed in public. Let her give out handies and get her boobs squeezed in public. At least it was just with her I'm not gonna say significant other, but her boyfriend, I guess is what you would say. Oh, goodness gracious. These young crazy kids. These young crazy kids. Anyway. So let's get to this Russell Brand stuff. Let me see. Give me a second. So apparently Russell Brand is under fire. He out here finally starting to speak some truth to power and all that other shit. Like, because when you go back and you look at if you go back and you look at the evolution of Russell Brand, right, you can see his mind slowly changing, right, to where as though he started to actually think for himself and started to look at shit, right? So before he was the media darling, especially when he first started doing this podcast, because he was kind of left leaning until I guess to the Cove base. Now he's on the side of like freedom and free speech and free to put whatever you want in, free to not have to take the Yamin, you know, the second. He's kind of sounding more conservative, more libertarian. I guess I'll give it to him. And you know, the powers that be don't like it, right? Because where is he at? He's in Hollywood, and you've all heard me. You know, we've watched together. Patrice O'Neal, you know what I mean? He said, you know, he said, yo, you owe somebody for your career, right? You owe somebody for your career. And when you get out of line, they'll let you feel yourself for a little bit. But once you get out of line, they'll step in and tell you that you stepped out of line and that you owe. And I guess this is let me see. It's crazy to see. Like, check this shit out. But once you owe, like for example, like once you owe, you owe big. You owe big. And it seemed like Russell Brand might have got out of line, and now he owes. Sorry guys, I lost my train of thought and shit. So check this out. Excuse me. Where's mine? There we go. So like now you got Kristen Bell warned Russell Brand she'd sock him if he tried anything on forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like they make it seem so. Like, did he try something on Kirsten Bell? Maybe not. Right, but the way the New York Post is wording this, it makes it seem like it. Like maybe she just gave him a fair warning. Like they were about to do their little sex scene or whatever, right? And she was like, "Don't try nothing, or I'll give you a knuckle sandwich," right? Before anything happened, she just gave him a fair warning. But the way New York Post is saying is like Russell Brand must have tried to fucking diddle her, and she said, "Don't you fucking do it." You know what I mean? Like this shit is crazy. So let me see if I can't find. I had an article up and I can't find it now. Hold on. Well, here we go. What the fuck are you talking about? Let's see what this bitch talking about.
Let's talk about Russell Brand. More specifically, let's talk about how conspiracy culture helps allegedly bad dudes get away with allegedly very bad things. Before getting into this, I want to acknowledge the women who came forward. You are so brave, and so many of us stand with you.
I'm not even gonna say they lying.
What makes coming forward so painful is how many people will deny you your own truth. But in the age of conspiracy culture, some men have popularized a particularly scary way of doing this. Enter Russell Brand. See, for years now, Brand has been conditioning and grooming his audience to take his word alone as the truth. He regularly shares conspiracies and misinformation with his audience, telling them to stay awake and stay free. He also tells them not to believe pretty much anyone else. When you have millions of followers and a big old chunk of them think only you tell them the truth, that's a powerful tool. So naturally, when the allegations emerged, Brand suggested there is a, quote, serious and concerted agenda to control what he called my voice along with your voice. He also said, quote, I feel like I'm being attacked and, plainly, they are working very closely together. He's neither the first nor the last to use this tactic. Andrew Tate responded to his own criminal charges by alleging the Matrix was coming after him. As Naomi Klein said, quote, this knee-jerk denialism is precisely why people with plenty of skeletons in the closet love conspiracy culture. They have a built-in defense against accountability. It's all a conspiracy always.
So she's like, she's with the believe all women shit now. So she can't give Russell Brand the benefit of the doubt that maybe these bitches is lying. She can't give.
What happened with Russell Brand? He got the women allegations?
He got me too.
Did he?
Yep, he got me too.
Oh.
He got me too. I was trying to find this
by who?
I'm trying to find the article. I had the article up and this shit is gone. Hold on. But he got me too by 4 different women.
For back in the day? Back in the day stuff?
Yeah, allegedly for back in the day. And they're trying to say, oh, it's a conspiracy, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Look at this. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you know. This is how you know it's a concerted, like, I'm sorry, not allegedly. Like, this is how you know it could very well be a concerted effort to shut up Russell Brand. Look at this headline, Jay. Look at this headline. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Sorry, guys. Conspiracy theories about Russell Brand's sexual assault allegations go viral with help from Musk. When comedian turned conservative influencer Russell Brand preemptively denied sexual assault allegations on Friday, he flicked at a conspiracy theory that quickly found traction among his supporters and other far-right voices.
He's not even.
He's like not even.
He's like one of those
like
Joe Rogan types. Basically.
Yeah.
He's like a liberal. He said, like, he's blasted like GOP and conservatives a number of times.
Right.
He's not a.
I'm trying to cover my ass.
Conservative influencer.
I'm trying to cover my ass, Ranger. Okay.
Cat 10 bars making some funky headlines.
Right.
Heck out of here with this nonsense. Conservative.
So it says supporters of far-right
voices
conservative that the media had ulterior motives for publishing the stories about him. Is there another agenda at play? He asked in his preemptive video response to the investigation published Saturday by the Times. Oh, so the Times did it. Okay. And Channel 4, which documented 4 sexual assault allegations brought against him. So for men are guilty and proven innocent until proven innocent. Women, you just gotta fucking believe them whether they prove right. So women, you just gotta fucking believe them until they're fucking proven wrong, and then you still gotta fucking believe them. Is that what that is?
Yes. No sugarcoating. Yes, that's what it is.
Bruh, that's what it sounded like to me.
They did it with the what's his name, the Brett Kavanaugh joint, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He allegedly drank a beer and laughed about a female or something.
Exactly. With Blasey Ford. She was brave and beautiful until she was caught lying. What about the Duke lacrosse players whose lives were ruined and then come to find out that bitch was lying? Like, it happens. And maybe these women are right. I don't know. Maybe these women are right. The Times published its investigative report Saturday, done in conjunction with the Sunday Times and Channel 4, in which the women accused him of sexual assault that purportedly took place between 2006 and 2013. Brand's management agency, Tavistock Wood Management, severed ties with him soon after the report came to light, writing that it had been horribly misled by him.
Well, Rumble is a conservative video site, apparently.
Jeez Louise. Monique says there was allegedly a 16-year-old in the case. Shouldn't her parents be investigated? Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah. That's like some R. Kelly shit. Brand posted his response video to YouTube, X, and the conservative video site Rumble, hinting at the report to come and warning his followers about the veracity.
Man, they're big on gaslighting. So Rumble is a conservative site. So what is YouTube? The public forum?
YouTube,
it's not left-leaning?
Right. YouTube's the white hat of the fucking...
They're such liars, man. This is such nonsense. They just want to brand different stuff the way they want to brand it.
Look at this.
Label it.
Conservative internet figures have followed Brand's lead using conspiracy theories to attack the allegations and have found a largely friendly audience on platforms that have backed away from content moderation. What did we tell you guys? Now, like I said, I don't know. Maybe these allegations are 100% legit allegations. I'm not going to say that these women are lying. I don't know. I don't know if these ladies
get them a cookie,
right? I don't know if these ladies. I don't know if these ladies are lying, right? I don't know. Let me see. Sorry, guys. There we go. I don't know if these ladies are lying. I don't. They could very well be telling the truth. I'm just saying that the timing is very interesting, is what I'm going to say. The timing is very interesting. You know what I mean? Like I said, he was all good. It was all good just a week ago. He was good when he was ascribing to that liberal agenda and pushing the liberal ideologies. The minute he started like kind of peeping over the fence a little bit to see the other side of the story, now all of a sudden you got these allegations. And what I tell you guys, his voice is too big. He has a huge voice. Like somebody like me who's talking shit, they could just fucking hit the button and delete my fucking YouTube channel. Nobody gonna miss me because they already fucking stifled my voice, right? But somebody like Russell Brand, who has millions of followers and subscribers and all that other shit, and they can't just fucking hit the button on him. So what they got to do, they got to discredit him. They got to assassinate his character in the court of public opinion. Now, whether or not this shit is even a fucking a legit allegation or not, right? He'll always have that stigma of being a sexual, a rapist, a sex offender. Some other conservative influence like Ian Miles Chong added to the pushback, with Chong equating that the allegation against Brand to those made against other high-profile men. Bro, I'm telling you guys, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know what to think, yo. I don't know what to think. Like I said, I don't know if these ladies are telling the truth. They could very well be telling the truth. I have no clue. I have no clue. All I know is that the timing is very, very interesting, Jay.
Yeah.
Timing is very interesting. Let me see. What you send me, Jonah? Let's see.
Information came out about Ashton Kutcher, and you need to hear this. I'm not gonna lie, this caught me off guard because I always respected how Ashton Kutcher helped victims of trafficking. So if you didn't know, Danny Masterson has been sentenced to 30 years to life. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis wrote a support letter for him to the judge during the trial. This is Ashton's, pause or screenshot to read, and this is Mila's. Now, someone who has claimed to experience sexual assault from Masterson is Chrissy Bixler, who dated him for many years. And when she saw these support letters from Ashton Kutcher, she posted on her story, and you have to see this. She starts off by saying, "Dear Ashton, I know the secrets your role model keeps for you, ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there? You were on speakerphone that night you called Danny on February 21st, 2001, and I heard everything. I heard the plan. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor." Now, what happened in February of 2001? Ashton Kutcher arrives to pick up Ellerin for a date, but she didn't answer the door because she had already been stabbed to death by accused serial killer Michael Gargiulo. The next day, when he learned Ellerin had been murdered, he reached out to the police. He said he was worried because he'd put his hands on her doorknob while trying to open the front door. Now go back and read the Instagram story accusation. This is wild. Some very serious.
Well, that's interesting. That's interesting there, Jonah.
He was trying to get him out the paint.
That's what it sounds like.
Ashton Kutcher is getting exposed by Chrissy Bixler after she found out that he wrote letters of support for Danny Masterson, in which he later was found guilty and has been sentenced 30 years to life. In part 1, we covered how Chrissy mentioned February of 2001, and now we're going to talk about the second part of her story. I know it's a little hard to see, so I'll read it out loud. Chrissy says, "Dear Mila, I pray you begin to process what you experienced as a child on that set. Your old interviews are very telling. I'm going to show you guys these clips in a second. I encourage everyone to watch them and decide for yourself what you hear and see. Do so before they get scrubbed from the internet. I also know what happened in Toronto and after. Question: if that's what you view as a normal relationship with a big brother figure, then I feel very sad for you and I hope you consider getting into therapy. You must all forget, I was there the whole time those first 5 years of that 70s show, and I remember everything. Let's take a look at some of these interviews she was talking about.
Your first kiss ever, right?
It was my first kiss. Why don't someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss.
No,
It was like a second or third kiss.
It was the first. It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Whatever. Let me tell you what happened.
Let me tell you what happened.
No, okay, so I've never kissed a guy. So I was so. I mean, you know, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice about it. He was like, "Oh, don't worry." So I was like, "Okay." Then Danny goes to him and goes, "Dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her." What do I need to stick my?
Now, to his credit, I remember a story coming out that said that Mila Kunis lied about her age to get on the show. So I'll just put that out there.
Stick your tongue in my mouth or some.
What? No.
For $10.
You're making it sound like it was like really. Okay, Dan, we had a little side bet going.
Yeah.
Like,
Which was?
It wasn't very
as to whether or not, you're kissing on the show or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
You would use tongue, right, Rosie? I mean, you would.
It depends what kind of an actor you are, I guess.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
So Danny bets me like $20 that I wouldn't do it, and of course I'm like, yeah, sure. What's the deal?
And then the cop showed up and you got arrested, pretty much.
They should have.
He's the one who's kissed every single guy in the show except for Topher.
Except for Topher Grace.
And in fact, I've kissed Laura's boyfriend, Chris, who guest starred on our show. So I've kissed the Mastersons. I've kissed everybody.
That's so wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's quite wrong. Yeah.
And what do the writers? They just throw. They don't care.
No, they just. I don't know what they're thinking. I have no choice but to just kiss every man on the show.
I would never.
Ashton Kutcher's getting exposed by Chrissy Bixler. Ashton Kutcher is being exposed by Chrissy Bixler after she found out that he wrote support letters for Danny Masterson, and he was found guilty and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. She posted this picture of the cast of That 70s Show in the Celebrity Center of the Church of Scientology. She also said, "Y'all want to ask Ashton Kutcher if he remembers that orchestrated meeting between himself, January Jones, Laura Prepon, and me that took place in my, Danny Masterson's, living room in 1998. I know the secrets your role model keeps, #hidden cameras." She then goes on to talk about Topher. Topher was bullied by Danny Masterson and isolated by most of the cast because Danny's like a cult leader. Danny hated Topher because Topher didn't bow down to Danny like his other young castmates. I love Topher. If I so much said hi to Topher, I would be giving a scolding and then ignored by Danny. It broke my heart. He was the only guy on that set with integrity and a moral compass. That's my experience. I was there. Ashton Kutcher is being exposed by Chrissy Bixler after she found out that he...
That's interesting. I want to see it. I guess I'll see it. Let's see if anything comes of it. Let's see if anything comes. But yeah, that Danny Masterson shit, yo, that shit's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy. 30 years. 30 years. But he had a trial and was found guilty, right? He was innocent until proven guilty, Jay.
Yeah. Remember they had that, I don't know, you saw that Conan clip, didn't you?
Which one?
Conan O'Brien. When he had Danny Masterson on, he said, "I heard about you and they're gonna come and get you."
Oh no, I never no.
Yeah, Conan told him that. I mean, and Conan used to help write The Simpsons too.
Right.
So Seth MacFarlane and Conan O'Brien, those were two knowledgeable people that know a lot of the inside secrets of Hollywood, and they sometimes put it in their media.
Russell Brand left comedy show in 2018 after sexual predator claims. They coming hard for him. Like,
okay, hold on. Let me. I think this is it. Let me. Where is it at? This could be a fair use. It's just a short clip. I don't know.
It's fine. I'm just looking at these. Look at these articles. Look at the.
There's the Conan O'Brien one. What's the articles?
Look at this shit, yo. The Guardian, the nasty naughties. Russell Brand in the era of sadistic tabloid misogyny. How Hollywood enabled Russell Brand by paying him millions to play himself. I guess Jimmy Fallon jokingly scolded Russell Brand for bouncing Catherine McPhee on his lap. Russell Brand describes his wife of 6 years, Laura Gallagher, as a calm, beautiful woman. Like I don't know. That one wasn't bad, but now he postponing his comedy tours. Like, this shit is crazy. Russell Brand left comedy show in 2018 after sexual predator claims. I don't know. I mean, it could very well be a thing. It could very well be a thing. I don't know, right? I don't know. The thing about it is, it's just, like I said, the timing. And like I said, when you got a voice that's too big, right? And you got a powerful voice or your powerful platform, what do? You assassinate that person's character. You assassinate that person in the the court of public opinion. That's how you shut somebody up that's big like that. Why I think, like, when Trump came out and he was killing the game and he was just wearing all them people's asses out in them in the debates, what they start calling them, racist. Mm-hmm. You assassinate their character in the court of public opinion. That's what you do. Bill Cosby. Now, Bill Cosby, I remember when I was younger, my grandfather used to watch his comedy specials, and he would always talk about putting Spanish fly in women drinks. When I got older.
Bill Cosby?
Yeah, Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby allegedly, he did that shit. But when Bill Cosby tried, I guess the way the lore goes is that he was trying to buy NBC, and they didn't like that shit. And then here come the allegations about all the shit that he did. He got put in prison. Are there any police reports? I'm trying to find I want to find the original fucking thing. I guess they said the New York Times.
Did you want to play the Danny Masterson?
Oh yeah.
Short?
Yeah. Let me get that.
I think it's 30 seconds. I'm really not sure. Yeah, Conan O'Brien's short clip thing.
Like my friend Bodie Elfman, he always teases me and he says, "Hi, my name is Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my balls?" Doing an imitation of me, because certain words
why
you just
are you
can't get
asking
away
people
with.
to do that? That's the more important question.
I mean, you got them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Accent aside,
Everybody should grab.
That's the more important thing.
Exactly.
I've heard about you, and you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
I will.
Jeez.
What if Simpsons writer predicts the future again?
what if Conan is a fucking time traveler?
Man, there's just like, it's just that they know there's these different people, Seth MacFarlane, Conan O'Brien, these other people that are in the mix of Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like similar to how Epstein was in the mix of those things. And these people know these people's backstories. Like, someone will come to them and be like, "Hey, did you hear about what's his name trying to hook up with the teenager yesterday?" and stuff like that. Yeah. It's stuff that they know between each other, right?
Yeah.
And then they sit there and they sit on that information like they sit on blackmail and stuff. It's the same operation that they've been running since they left New York and came to Tinseltown.
Jonah says, "Oh yeah, Cosby did all of that shit. Hannibal just told everyone to look it up." Yeah, like I was saying, like when I heard this shit, I was like, "Oh, that makes sense," because he would talk about it and joke about it in his fucking comedy special about the Spanish fly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then when I heard it, I was like, well, he slipped something in my drink, and I was like, okay, that kind of sounds like his fucking comedy special. He was telling motherfuckers that shit back in the 70s, right? But it sounded like it was the fucking thing to do. I don't know. You know what I mean? And to today's standards is, oh no, that shit is unacceptable. But I don't know. Right. Back in the day, the Spanish fly shit, allegedly, that was the shit that you gave a girl to get all loosey goosey. I guess it was the equivalent of slipping her a Mickey, I guess. But it don't make it right. But at the same time, it's like, look at when they said that Cosby was trying to make these power moves, right? And they was like, next thing you know, all these allegations come out of nowhere. Like, when the allegations came out, what was he, like 80? How old was he when they brought out all the allegations against Cosby? 80?
It's just like R. Kelly. You wait till the last second to get R. Kelly to get. While they're there making you all this tons of money, it's not a problem. When they're done with and they're out of your sphere of making you the money, then it becomes a problem. That's what it is. Look at Russell Brand's not making them any money right this second. He hasn't been anything in a little bit since he was in that Murder on the Orient Express or whatever that was.
Yeah.
He hasn't been anything. So he's not making them the cash anymore. So, you know, the second that their time comes up and they're not bringing in that bankroll, then they come after them with all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Emmanuel said, wait until women start saying dick pics were harassment. All the millennial men are guilty. Bruh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Russell Brand did any of this stuff. I'm not condoning it if he did. If he did that shit, then yo, shame on you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, if you did that stuff, then you know what the heck was you doing.
Yeah, he was
but they
Dr.
picked a convenient time to bring it up instead of right when it's going on.
And what is it distracting us from too? Because you got a lot of people talking about it, including us. Brand was on Despicable Me. Yeah, he played Dr. Nefario. I remember that.
Who?
Russell Brand was Dr. Nefario on Despicable Me.
Oh, cartoon. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm having bad. That's one of my. Despicable Me is a good.
I was thinking the TV series or something. I was like, "What's Dr. Nefario?" That TV show. Like Mystery Science Theater 3000 is what it sounded like.
Oh man, let me see.
Brand.
That is funny.
I need to go hit up the gym. Have you done any workout this week?
No, just lifting a fork and putting food in my mouth. I was just talking to my wife about that earlier today, though. I said I need to get my ass in the gym. I supposed to went tonight, but I wanted to stream early because I told my son I'll watch the game with him.
What game?
Steelers and the Browns.
Man, we need to get together on these gematria codes. You know, I got like 10 games correct just yesterday and only 2 incorrect. I had a score right for one of the games, too. We need to get a FanDuel or something started.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy and let me know.
I'm serious. I'm telling you, I got this because I can go to the sports book and I can put the plug. I could put the bets in at the sports book at the casino.
Last week I got like 14 games correct or something like that.
Yeah,
like the numerics on everything was just in the symbolism. When I said the Seahawks are beating the Lions. The Lions put on this Pooh Shiesty blue mask, but the Seahawks were doing something where they were saying number 12 or number 14, and they did that all week where they said they have the power of the 12s or something like that. And that gematria equaled out to them winning the game when I looked at it. I was like, oh, they're telling us ahead of time that the Seahawks are getting ready to win. So I was ready for that. The same way last time, whenever who was it? The Lions won. They did a similar thing when they said 13 reasons why the Lions will win, and then that week the Lions equaled 13 in gematria. So I was like, yeah, the Lions are gonna win. So I was just, it was a flip flop of the way that they did the whole thing.
Like I said, yo, I got the sports book. I'll go right down to the casino and put that shit right on there. See what we get.
I got Cash App you and let you know what
Hell
games,
yeah.
and then we'll be good. We'll be Gucci.
Let's get it. So Jonah sent me this.
Cannon will be out here with an all new, a whole new rack in the background. He picked it up fast. Them gematria codes start paying off.
Jay gonna become the biggest donor to the channel overnight. Motherfucker, he's the Human Sportsbook Almanac from Back to the Future Part 2.
Man, I heard that. Hey, y'all, I gotta go get my daughter for cheer practice. It's been lovely. God bless. Stay safe, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be with you, Cannon, in a minute. After a minute.
All right,
I gotta go get my daughter for the cheer.
Go do your thing,
all right,
bro.
All right, y'all. All right, later.
Shout out to Jay Pylon. So let's see this real quick.
Has the fucking smuggest old black man public persona that I hate. Just get some TV. Pull your pants up, black people. I was on TV in the 80s. I can talk down to you because I had a successful sitcom. Yeah, it was great women, Bill Cosby, so kind of brings you down a couple notches. I don't curse on stage, but yeah, you're a rapist, so
Jesus Christ.
Take you saying lots of motherfuckers on Bill Cosby himself if you weren't a rapist. For the most part, it's fucking public Teflon image. I've done this bit on stage, and people don't believe. People think I'm making it up. I'm like, Bill Cosby, there's a lot of rape allegations. No, you do. That shit is upsetting. If you didn't know about it, trust me. You leave here, Google Bill Cosby rape. It's not funny. That shit has.
I mean, but Hannibal Buress was right. Like I said, when I first heard, I was like, yo, well, he used to do all that Spanish fly routine shit, talking about slipping women Spanish fly and all that other shit. Like, he basically was telling on himself, but back in the 70s and the 80s, I guess that shit was acceptable. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's exactly what took Cosby down. You know what I mean? Father of the year. But anyway. Well, that's all I got for you guys. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism, guys. Also, shout out to David Murdoch Art. Drag the Dead is on Steam. Drag the Dead is on Steam. Y'all see Uncle Hotep playing it all the time. Go support, man. Go pay it. It's like $20 or whatever. Go support the game. You know what I mean? And you can play as the same hero, new boots. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Until next time, it's CannonHotep saying, be safe, stay strapped, don't miss. I holla at you guys. Go Ravens.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.